Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Webtoon Book Club. Today's episode is Unknown Caller. So, this is going to be another short one, as this is another non-story. And the series itself is actually really short. There's only 3 episodes to the series, and each episode is only a few minutes long. And once again, it's another horror collection. So, same stuff as usual, more or less. But in this case, all 3 stories are ghost-based. So, there is a interesting, unique thing about these stories, and that is that they use AR. But that's only at the end. So you read through the short story, you get to the end, and it'll turn on your camera. As long as you've given it permission to do so, which, yeah, if you want to experience the AR stuff, yeah, just accept that and read on. But once it kicks into an AR mode, you're supposed to move your phone camera to where it's like pulsing on your screen to where the ghost is supposed to be. And once you see it or once you're in the position, an animation will start and play, and then the ghost will like jump scare you. For me, on the other hand, it was far less scary more than it was hilarious. Because for me, because I've been reading so much of these stories for so long, my arms and hand would get tired from holding my phone, so I put my phone on a phone stand. So all I needed to do was like move the phone stand, but of course it's sitting on my desk and my desk is against a wall, and a lot of them, because of how it's angled, never really had me move away from my desk or had me move more towards the wall. So for all 3 AR moments, the ghost in the perspective of my phone were like 3 inches tall. Because of course AR stuff is just a image being projected on your phone with like with like the idea of perspective. But of course it's still your screen, so the stuff still appears in front of everything else that would be in your camera. So yeah, all the ghosts, because of how they appear, because of how AR works, we're all like 3 inches tall. It's like, oh no, a tiny little ghost is coming to get me, whatever. What shall I do? Flick. Bye bye. Go away now. It was quite funny. But I will say that is something I have not seen on Webtoon before or since. Maybe there's other stories out there that have done it. Maybe there aren't. I don't know. But this is one that does have something that is unique to it. And it was definitely unique at the time because definitely no story before it has utilized AR in their storytelling. Of course, why would it? It's a webcomic site. You're not really going to have a lot of interaction there. But that's pretty much it. So, another short horror collection. So, standards is what the standard is on that. And when you've gone through as many as I have, it kind of just becomes a bit tedious. Because you're seeing more or less the same stuff again and again and again. There are a lot of horror collections on Webtoon, I will say that for sure. There are a lot. It is kind of amazing how many there are. And some of them are pretty efficient in telling their stories and getting through. Some of them aren't. Some of them are more tedious than others. Some of them are a little bit more gripping. And depending on the length of the series can depend on how tried my patience will be while reading through it. As some of them are so long that it just becomes a little much. And then some of them are so short that it's like, oh, it's over already? Alright, moving on to something else. And this was definitely one of those cases as it was like, yeah, less than 10 minutes I was through all 3 stories. Like, Easy. But with that, that'll be it. So, list of stories is in the description below. Vote for what you want me to talk about next in the comments. And I will see you next time.